Welcome back to Talking Hip Hop. I'm your host, JustKeekz, and today's guest is Gritfall.
Say peep game, but we running out of players. I'm throwing haymakers at naysayers. I'd be a great Laker if I didn't make waves like the Great Lakes is. If it ain't no path, then trailblaze it. I sample soul a lot, won't sell mine to pale faces. For fair payment, y'all would cave and hail Satan. Prepare fried chicken for your children, sell cane to raise them. Attention deficit from overstimulation. Giving iPhones to kids who potty training. Lot of complaining, hey maybe, execute a plan. Please don't execute the babies. It's no playmaking. Your mental picture's still like frames from a claymation.
Gritfall is an incredibly talented young artist who's already making waves in the music scene. At just 19, he's produced beats for some of the biggest names in hip-hop, dropped his own music that has been capturing listeners everywhere, and is a proud member of the influential Bakers Club. From his beginnings in music to his latest project, Sensory Overload, he is a force to be reckoned with. Please welcome to the show, Gritfall. Hey.
What's up, Meg?
How are you? I know we did that a few takes.
No, that was fine. What are you talking about?
Okay. I see what you did there. How's it going? Thanks for coming out on the show.
Thank you for having me. Everything's wonderful today.
I love that.
Yeah. Woke up smiling, went into a clean room, said what's up to my grandpa, ate some food. Yeah. And yeah, we're here now.
Yes.
How are you doing today?
I'm excited. I have so much to unpack. I just want to get right into it. So let's talk early beginnings because you, as I mentioned in the intro, you're 19. How did you get your start in music?
Earl Sweatshirt. Mm-hmm. I heard his rhymes. I was around grade 6 or 7, and the whole Odd Future Collective. I was late on that. It was around grade 6 or 7. That was like, 2019, 2018?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It was 2018, 2016. That time. Okay. And I'm getting into this maybe 8 years late, because Odd Future was like 2010 and all that. Mm-hmm. So I would hear them and then try to emulate them the best I could. I bought myself a USB mic, a laptop, and started.
Mm-hmm. And also your involvement with the Bakers Club. Tell us about it. What is it, and how did you become part of it? I see you just pulled up the hat, Bakers Club hat, merch. Yup. So talk about your involvement with them and describe about what it is exactly.
It's marvelous.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm good. It's Bakers Club invited me to join them 2022, if I'm not mistaken, 2021, 22. I went to this event in the city called Flip a Beat Club.
Okay.
We all get the same samples and we all make it into a beat. And the guy, Raz Fresco, was hosting it, who is the founder of Bakers Club Records. He liked what I was doing from there, but it took for me to do this competition on Instagram with him.
Okay.
I sent him a freestyle to one of his beats on Instagram, and he invited me over to his house to make a song. Mm-hmm. The day that I was invited, and the day that I was making the song with him, we ended up doing nine songs, and it was our first project together.
Wow. Okay, so it's your first project together, and you end up doing 9 songs. Is this all in one day?
It was around 4 or 5 hours.
Wow. Talk about that.
Terrifying.
Yeah?
Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm at somebody's house who is this is a very, very big player in this game, and just being there in what he calls the bakery, what we call the bakery, it's there's comic books all on the walls, his albums, there's images of his albums on the walls. I'm just yo, this is where I want to be. This feels like home. Mm-hmm. So writing all these songs now, he played one beat. It was almost like he was testing me. Mm-hmm. I would write to a beat, and it was good to him. So he was okay, do it again. Do it again. Oh, our friend Eric pulled up. Eric Wright, he's another producer in Bakers Club. He pulled up. He starts playing beats. Now I write to them. Do it again.
Wow.
At the end of the session, he had this Baker's Club chain on, took it off, put it around my neck, and said, You see how it looks, right? And he said, do you really want to be a rapper? Like, do you want to do this? And I told him, I had to sit there for a second, because at this point, I had already dropped about 6 projects on my own accord. And I've been doing this, and I love this. But that question, for some reason, took me for a loop. I was like, do I really want to? Yes.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah.
It's crazy. It feels like when you're asked that question, I'm sure you probably thought about it in your mind so many times. Like, of course I want to be a rapper. But then when you're in the moment and someone's asking you, it's just like, there's this weird, like, you want to say yes, but you're just kind of like taking it all in kind of thing.
Yeah, because I knew how deep the question
yes,
was.
Like, it goes beyond your head.
It wasn't just a, do you want to rap? It was
Yeah.
Do you want to be a part of, do you want to like join us in Force and like Avengers? Like, I was like asking if you wanted to be Superman.
And then also, that's someone that you watched in the game too. Like, this is a well-known artist in the city now asking you to join forces with him. Like, that's just like...
I felt like Spider-Man.
Yeah. How did that feel?
I was jumping around. When we left his house, I lost my cool.
Yeah.
I lost it. I remember jumping up and down the streets like, oh my God, I got a mixtape, bro.
And when did this happen? Like, let's talk timelines. Was this a couple years ago?
21, 22. Like, immediately. This is my first time at his house. This is like my second time meeting him. Like, it was very, very early.
Okay, and I know you work really closely with Raz Fresco, and he's also a well-known artist in the city. Talk about like what's working with him like, and how has he influenced your work?
That's my older brother. It's not even like it's not a business relationship.
Yes.
You know? Like he's mentored me, and we've both been like there to steal sharp as steel. Just like I was talking about with Ghost Boy recently. It was like, Raz helps me navigate because he's 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
So he's just like showing me what he's done, because he's been doing this since he was my age, younger.
Yeah.
That's the relationship that we built up. And matter of fact, like, just made me a better rapper. Better rapper, better producer, better human.
Really?
Yeah, like he's definitely put me on the path of righteousness, right? Like him and my educator, Warren King, definitely enlightened me and put me on the path of righteousness and to like help out my brothers and not make easy money.
Yeah.
Not go, you know what I mean? Like just to teach positivity.
Yes. Yeah. No, I like that, and I hear what you're saying, because in this day and age, it's so easy for us to think that snap our fingers and we have it. So it's nice that you have a kind of like, he's like a mentor to you, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And kind of teaching you the game, and it's not just about collaborating on work with him. You built that foundation, you know? And I feel like, again, as I was saying off camera, like, who knows in the next few years what you're doing and what he'll be doing. Do you have any exciting projects coming up with him, or anything that I know you might not want to reveal it yet, because you don't want the audience to know. Is there anything that you can share with us that people and your fans can kind of look out for, or keep their ear up?
Yeah, I'm not giving this to nobody else.
Okay.
You get the
Right now.
Where's the
Exclusive on Talkin Hip Hop.
Alright, hold on.
Okay.
We have no names for no projects.
Okay.
But me and Raz are working on something and I'm working on something totally separate.
Oh, okay. You have no names for
No
the
name.
project yet. Okay.
I don't even have it.
Give us a little.
You know what I mean?
Do what you want with that gem that has been dropped. So you produce beats for some really well-known artists as well, not just Raz Fresco, but you produce beats for like, I believe, Foggy Raw.
Yeah, kind of.
And some other people. And I just wanted to know, how did you get these opportunities? How did they fall into your lap? And I'm sure it wasn't easy. So describe what it took to get to that level.
Everything. It took me meeting Raz. It took me meeting Six Lair. It took me being in Baker's Club, because this all builds up my brand. I wasn't that good before I met them. I was just like, I knew how to make music. I didn't know how to market myself. I didn't know how to, what branding was. I didn't know that I was a brand.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know all these things. So when I learned them, that's what it really took to get more able to talk to these bigger artists, because they respect you once they see that you built up this certain type of brand. So yeah, all the things that you mentioned so far was me reaching out.
Yeah, reaching out.
With the Foggy Raw one,
Yeah.
I never even reached out to that.
Wow.
I really just posted a remix I did. Like I took one of his songs and put my beat over it, and I took out the beat that he had.
Okay.
I posted it and commented on it.
Wow. So how does so I think this is like, I want you to break it down for me. What's going on in Gritfall's head when you're like, okay, I want to create a beat, or I want something to go viral, or I just want to put some work out there. Like what's going on in your mind? Because I think that's really clever. I have never seen anyone take another artist's song, remove it, and then replace it with yours. Talk about the creative process.
That's something actually that I did have to see, because I didn't know that was a thing that we could do. I saw one of my friends from Montreal, he's a producer named Nicholas Craven. He got into the game doing remixes of Conway the Machine songs. So he would put beats on Conway the Machine songs. It was deeper than that, but that's what I saw. And that inspired me. I was like, okay, so we can show off our beats with songs that we like, and make the songs that we like a part of our brand, because influence. Everyone's gonna get influence or something. So yeah, it was really just me seeing it work for some of the people. So
Yeah. Let me try it, and then look how far it's got you too.
Yeah.
So is there like any advice you'd give other producers out there about how to, like, I guess, build a name for yourself?
Yeah. Don't think about your producer tag until you have a producer sound.
Okay.
Because people get their producer tags, they're like, if you're on Metro, don't trust you type shit, before they even have a sound. I want to know it's your beat before I hear your tag. I just want to know it's your beat. That's how deep it gets.
Yeah. I think that's a really important thing to touch on. One thing I wanted to mention about what you just said is that I feel like they're thinking so much about, like what you said, like the tag, but they're not putting the effort into developing the beats.
Yeah.
Do you notice that a lot with some others?
So frequent and a lot, like, you can tell who really loves this.
Yeah.
Another advice I'll give is, if you love this, you already have a one-up on it, majority of your competition. So many people don't love this, but they do this because there's money in it.
Can you just say that again?
Yeah.
Please, just say that again.
For the people who love this, you already have one up on your competition. There shouldn't be any worry around that side of things, because there's so many people who don't love this, but who do this for
the money. Yeah, and you can tell, you can see who, like, it's kind of like you notice who's actually doing it out of just genuine love for it, and who's just doing it for the brand. Yeah. I feel like something that I did want to mention as well is you're 19. You're pretty much living out your dream as a musical artist right now.
Yes, ma'am.
What has been, 19 years old, like, what has been some challenges you've been faced with as a young person coming up in the game?
Growing up.
Okay.
Growing up, because it's like, when you surround yourself with people older than you, which is what I've done all my life because I'm the youngest sibling. When you surround yourself with people older than you, you're forced to grow up faster.
Yeah, I believe that.
So just being able to be not immature but childlike. That's been the most difficult part of this, because I was stripped a little bit from that. But it's like, now that I have these opportunities and stuff, I couldn't be more grateful. I go to bed smiling, I wake up smiling. Things will happen in life. The only constant in the universe is change. So it's like, as long as I know change is gonna happen, it's better if I prepare myself for it rather than, get scared. Because I'm young and I still got some more growing to do. I may as well be great.
Yes. And who are some people you look up to?
Raz, 6 Letter. I look up to all my friends and my family, Moses, Isaiah, my mom and dad, grandpa, my dad's mom and dad. Like artist wise, I don't know. This is the only there.
Okay. This wasn't actually one of the questions on my notes, but I just felt to ask you this now. You have a bit of an accent there. Did you grow up in Toronto?
Yeah, I did.
Really?
I did, but I have cousins in South Carolina.
Okay, that's because I'm hearing that.
So I go back and forth from there every single year.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Little ones.
Okay. So you got that Toronto slang mixed in
That
with
southern
the
drawl, that sugar.
Okay. Okay. And you also have an album out right now, Sensory Overload. Tell us about your latest album.
Yeah, it was a little splash. Like, again, I made this shit real fast.
Mm-hmm.
After I had that idea for Sensory Overload, and the whole idea was basically people have such a low attention span nowadays. So the whole reasoning for the 30 odd beats on Sensory Overload was I just wanted to hold attention.
Mm-hmm.
If I was rapping over the same beat for 3 minutes or for 2 minutes even, I'm afraid people from our generation aren't going to stay there and listen to what I have to say. So I made the album Sensory Overload as almost like a little FU.
Nice. Now the title of it's making sense.
Yeah, it makes sense now. Like it's
Okay.
literally overloading people's senses.
Yes, yeah. And
It's
then
a
in a
lot.
world where it's just like people want instant gratification. I see. So was there ever a challenge with trying to put multiple beats on a song? Like did they ever conflict? And how did you manage that when that happened?
Yeah. So basically, the way that music's speed in tempo is measured by the BPM, same like way you measure heart rate.
Okay.
So I would take, if I have this one track,
Mhm.
I'll take a bunch of beats from the same BPM or from the same tempo, and I'll see if they sound right together, just so that I can have one solid rap amongst the entirety of both the beats.
Okay.
And then I'll do that for 4 each track. And I have a lot of fun with beats.
Yeah.
So it didn't take that much. It was more so just like the choosing, like this is what I want.
Mhm.
This is this.
How'd you learn how to make beats?
Myself.
You just self-taught?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't really want to look at the videos and such because this goes back to the vinyl sound.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it'd be fastest.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how can I find my sound the absolute fastest? And I was like, well, if I just learn myself and just put myself through it, it'll probably come out with something wrong.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I feel like, too, when you mentioned getting your start in music, did it start off by you making your own music or did it start off by you producing beats first? Like, what was the order?
It was me writing music
Mm-hmm.
and then not having good beats to rap them on.
Yeah.
So I was like, shh, gotta learn.
So how, you say you're self-taught, like what does that look like? You just go on a computer, how to make a beat? Like, how'd you do that?
I just, I knew that people were making beats on laptops.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew if I had one, I could figure it out. Like I got my laptop and I searched up one of the digital audio workspaces called Ableton.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen that, I can't say this on camera. And I seen that they had a 90-day free trial.
Okay.
So let's just say I used it for 4 years.
Okay. All right. I don't want to know how it's okay.
Yeah.
Because we all have done it.
You know?
Adobe Creative Cloud.
Yeah.
I'm not a student, but I was using a student. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
But so I used it and then I ended up buying it.
Okay.
Thank you, Ableton.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it after I realized that I was actually making enough money from beats to buy it.
Oh, okay. So when you started learning how to do beats, then you started to sell them?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like you're a go-getter.
Yeah.
Self-entrepreneur over here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, you know.
Yeah.
Because growing up and like wanting some money, kids will often go into sales.
Yeah. Especially this generation.
Yes, they love going into sales.
Mhm.
I'll call it sales. So it's like me having done that, I already knew how the hustle worked. I just applied it to something that I loved, and that was clean.
Yeah.
It was like easy.
Yeah, and it's good to see how you can make your own money these days and how to have multiple streams of income. instead of working for someone, I feel like you're working for yourself, you know?
Funny.
And with the music industry constantly evolving, like just how you mentioned, not just music, but media, people's attention spans are shorter. No one wants to listen to something that goes on
7 minutes.
you know? So how do you stay inspired and keep your sound fresh?
I listen to people who move me,
Mm-hmm.
who evoke feeling,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not gonna, me being the sole controller of my own universe, this is my mind, so I can subject it to certain things. Like I can subject my mind to either pop radio on the radio, or I can subject it to something I love and something I like. So I've just been very adamant on subjecting it to just the things I love.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go listen to pop radio. That it's like brainwashing. So the way I stay inspired is I control. I stay in control of everything that's around me that I can.
Yeah, yeah. And so it's in a world where it's hard to control anything.
Yes.
So you do what you can. And what's next for Gritfall? Like what's next for you? I don't want to ask the generic, where do you see yourself in 5 years question, but like what you got coming up that people could look out for?
I know I have a beat project that is ready right there. It's about to be dropped. I have so much music. Yo.
Wow, that's good.
It hurts.
Oh, it hurts. Too much music.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, remember how I was picking up beats for the sensory overload one?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I have that amount of tracks now. So I have to pick out what tracks work for the album. It's like, oh, it's that.
It's overwhelming. Sensory.
It's sensory overload.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got new music.
Okay.
I got new raps, new Baker's Club shit.
Yeah.
And in 5 years, I'll probably be rich.
Yeah, I see that. Don't forget me when you're rich for
Whatever.
5 years. You got this on camera.
Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
Something that just came to my mind now is I remember you telling me you're a student. So how do you juggle being in school and doing this at the same time?
Prioritize.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always strive to do something I don't like before I do something I like.
Okay.
Or the opposite. Like if I'm doing something I like, I'll try to do something I don't like.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Just because it doesn't allow you to have the easiest serotonin. Like, boom, yeah, everything's good.
Yeah.
Like it just shows, and
It's more rewarding, right?
Yes. And a lot of the things we do in this world that are the best for us are things we don't like.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I'm about to smoke, I'm about to go do a job interview.
Ooh,
If I'm about
okay.
with the vibe bands. But like,
I like that. Yeah, I like that mindset. Okay.
some shit like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, school has just been like that. I've been prioritizing doing it because I really don't like it, but it's like my grandma.
Yeah. What other than music is something that might drive you or bring you fulfillment or purpose outside of the music? Is there anything else that you like to do in your spare time that people might not know?
Yeah. I love sports.
Okay.
I love all kinds of sports. I think my tops is like, I love basketball. I like watching hockey with my grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
I like watching baseball. I like playing baseball more than I like watching.
Okay.
That shit could be like paint
Yeah.
dry.
I used to work for the Rogers Center
Yeah.
when the Blue Jays would come and play the games, and I always thought to myself, why are people so interested to watch? It was so boring, and then it would go on for so many innings, and I was like, how can people watch this?
It's more fun to play.
Yeah.
More fun to play.
Mhm.
But then again, it's like just my family having it on the TV always growing up. Like it's made it like a comfort to me.
Okay.
And I love having it on. I like playing. I did track and field growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Played flag football. Then we played soccer. Then everything.
Mm-hmm.
I love being athletic.
Okay. So if music doesn't work out, maybe you can become a professional athlete.
Shortest baller. No, Muggsy still got it.
But you got a few years to grow though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully 5-10 next year.
Mm-hmm. And any final thoughts? Anything you want to let the viewers at home know about your music, about you?
But I love my mom.
Aw.
Yeah.
Shout out your mom. I hope she watches this.
Shout out my mom. She's probably at home right now. Shout out my nephews. Shout out my nephew Samson and Gabriel. They probably at home playing hockey or something right now. I also want to say a couple memorials. Man, rest in peace to my brother 08. Rest in peace Quincy Jones passed away. Rest in peace Cobb. You know, hip hop is going crazy right now. We just gotta be there for each other. Shout out Baker's Club. Shout out Keekz for having me here today. You know what I mean? Y'all started in 2019. I have questions for you now.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Y'all started in 2019.
Yeah.
What was your favorite?
Oh, you gonna drop that one. I will say that, like, I don't know if I have a favorite because I've taken away something special from each of them, but I will say the first episode is one that's really meaningful to me because I didn't know I'd make more after the first one. And the person I interviewed, we went to school together and I watched him like really flourish. And it was just nice to sit down and see what he was doing after high school and just see if, hey, episode 1 dropped. Do people want to see more? So first episode holds a special place in my heart.
That was a very
Yeah?
answer.
Oh,
did
did it sound like rehearsed?
No, I love it. It was just like
Okay.
I threw you like the worst alley-oop. I was like, which one's your favorite?
Now I gotta pick a favorite. I should have said yours because we're doing your interview right now.
That was great. That was great.
Where can people check out your music, follow you, list all your socials?
Yeah, man. On every socials, I'm Gritfall. Gritfall. Double hockey sticks. Remember that, and don't forget it because it's gonna be on the newscasts and all that. Gritfall. Instagram, I got Twitter. I don't got Snapchat. Don't try to hit me up there.
Same.
Facebook, kind of. But yeah, Instagram, check me out. Also on all digital streaming platforms and bakersclub.com. Bakers Clubs with no vowels. That BKRSCLB.
Hey, you heard it here first on Talkin Hip Hop. We got Gritfall. Make sure you check him out. Make sure you check out Baker's Club. He got some exciting projects coming up. And you can keep up with us on social media at Talkin Hip Hop Show. That's talking without the G, Hip Hop Show. And check out our website that just recently launched. I'm your host, JustKeekz. And until next time, keep talking hip hop.